But first at 4, scorching summer heat has San Antonio and the metro under heat advisory this afternoon. Bill Taylor is tracking the rising temperatures. Bill?
Sharon, we hit 101 yesterday. It was the 20th triple-digit day, and we're heading in that direction again. Not far away for a lot of you, and some of you are already there and then some. Take a look at the metro numbers right now. 101 Stinson and Pleasanton. Seguin's at a triple-digit with Bandera. A lot of 99s. Here in San Antonio, 97 Lackland. 98 at International, Helotes at 92. Across the region, several 100s, even a 102 at Laredo. But what does it feel like out there when you factor in the humidity? Heat indices as high as 104 to 105, especially to the east. And that's why this heat advisory is now in effect for San Antonio east to Houston. These heat indices will stay right around 102 through the 6 p.m. hour, and they'll even stay in the mid-90s through the 8 or 9 p.m. hour. It's all because of high pressure. On the left side of your screen, it's a sinking air motion as opposed to low pressure rising air. That sinking air heats up quickly. Meteorologist Jeremy Baker now with team weather. And Jeremy, this high has been relentless this summer.
That's right, high pressure, a big part of the problem. And like Bill said, 20 days of 100+ degree heat so far. Today, likely the 21st. 100 is the temperature in the shade, but in the sun, that is a far different story.
I'm used to it, but man, it has been hot.
Flor Ramirez has lived in Texas all of her life.
I'm kind of used to it.
But the heat has gotten the best of her before.
I've gotten a migraine. I've never gotten migraines before. Turns out that it was because of the heat.
And this summer's heat sure has been a headache.
The dome of high pressure that's been built in over the area, especially earlier this summer, it built in unusually early.
And even though you may think you are acclimated to the heat, you've got to remember to stay safe. On a day like today, the temperature can easily rise to 100 degrees. That's what it feels like if the humidity is not high. But when there is humidity factored in, the temperature could feel as high as 110 degrees. And that is when the heat and humidity combined can become dangerous and even deadly.
If you were to step out into the sun, you're experiencing the temperature as well as the light and the energy that you're absorbing off of the sun, and it literally feels hotter on your skin.
If you must be outside, do your best to reschedule strenuous activities to cooler times of the day. Know the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing and drink plenty of water. Do your best to stay out of the sun. You should also do your best to stay in an air-conditioned room. And make sure to check on your relatives and neighbors. Hey, Grandma, are you okay?
Repeated days after this really can be harmful.
Now, the heat advisory runs until 7 o'clock this evening. That's when temperatures are expected to drop below heat advisory criteria, but it will still be hot this evening, so continue to take those heat safety precautions. Live on the city's northwest side, Jeremy Baker, KENS 5 Eyewitness News. Now back to Sharon Coe, who's in a nice, cool studio.
Thank you, Jeremy. We sure are. A Michigan Police Department is apologizing after failing to help a mother who accidentally locked her baby in a hot car. Lacey Guyton's 2-month-old daughter got trapped during a visit to Lacey's grandmother's home last Saturday. As Lacey tried to get inside, the grandmother called 911, but the dispatcher refused to send help, saying the police and fire departments do not unlock vehicles. Michelle Miller has new details of that scare.
Nobody's coming. And I don't know if I'm watching my baby die right in front of me.
Lacey Guyton's 2-month-old daughter, Raina, was in her car seat when she says the doors to her Dodge SUV suddenly locked on a hot August afternoon. The keys were inside.
I tried this handle and then tried that one, and neither of them were unlocking it.
Guyton tried and failed to smash the car's front passenger window with a piece of asphalt. Her grandmother called 911, but she says the dispatcher said the department does not send emergency crews to unlock cars and offered to send a tow company instead.
So she's screaming and crying, which is making her hotter, and I'm still trying to break the window.
After 10 to 12 minutes, Guyton smashed the back windshield with her grandfather's window breaker, climbed in, and got Raina out on her own. She says Raina was screaming and drenched in sweat.
It makes me feel terrible that, she had to go through that. It makes me feel so mad after calling twice. The dispatcher who's a veteran dispatcher, still didn't send somebody out. It's heartbreaking.
The Waterford Police Department said in a statement to CBS News that they do not normally respond when people lock their keys in their vehicle, but we should have responded in this case. This is not the level of service our community has come to expect. Some 37 children die in heat-related car deaths every year. The CDC reports temperatures inside the car can rise almost 20 degrees within the first 10 minutes, even with a window cracked open. Guyton's daughter was not hurt, but she says that's no excuse for the department's response.
There's a mom begging you to come save her daughter's life. You send somebody. If I couldn't get the windshield broken, she wouldn't be here right now. And I hope the dispatcher knows that. I hope it never happens to anybody else again. And I'm just glad that she's okay.
According to Waterford Police, the dispatcher who took the call has not been back to work since this happened and will face disciplinary action. All dispatchers will get additional training to make sure they know how to handle these calls in the future.